What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 43, season 3 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
Chad, welcome. Finally, you're fucking here.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, weird laugh. Why'd you do that?
Alex Wright's gone, Chad.
Alex Wright is gone. He's big Hollywood man now.
He's gone for a certain amount of time. But we're not gonna spoil how long he's gone.
I literally almost said it, but I corrected myself just in case you didn't want me to say it.
Yeah. This is a cool show.
All right.
This show might suck. This might be one of the worst draws in history.
Wow.
Chad brought Taco Bell, and let's get into it.
I did bring Taco Bell.
Don't look.
I'm not.
Actually, it might not. I forgot to book a pre-show. We start off Monday Night Raw, JBL against Fuerza Guerrera, Chad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Big match feel here in the HBC Center in Buffalo, New York. JBL gets a big win here, though. To start off Monday Night, he's on a big roll again, Chad. This might be the third time I've tried with him. But he's on a roll.
He's on a roll. Listen,
this is a poor way to start. This is a poor way to start the show, says the game, and it took away from the crowd's initial enthusiasm. You know, you got Raw. Everyone's Monday night, dub F, and then fucking Jibble comes out. That would ruin my day.
This would ruin my day.
Did you see what Roman told Mr. Theory today on Raw?
No.
He said, "Daddy's not here no more."
Oh.
I'm a big Roman Reigns fan. Always been. I love him. Steve Wright is backstage with Alicia Webb, Amber O'Neil, and Angel Williams. 3 blonde babes.
Yeah.
And they're watching the debut episode of Seinfeld. Starring Jerry Seinfeld and Alex Wright. What's so funny?
Nothing.
And then...
Don't
Don't ever do that again.
That's the thong from things. Have you
That's the
da-da-da-ding-ding.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen all the episodes of Seinfeld.
Yeah? Who's your favorite character?
Seinfeld.
Oh. What's your favorite episode?
The one with Alex Wright in it.
Oh.
And then Kishi comes out of nowhere and he pushes down the TV and breaks the TV.
Damn, what a bastard.
He doesn't want to watch
Shit's
this.
expensive.
And Steve Wright's like, "What the hell was that about?" And Kishi gets in his face and is like, "What the hell are you going to do about it?" Ooh. Remember, Alex Wright beat Kishi at the pay-per-view and Kishi's not happy about it.
Yeah.
Backstage in his office, Kaiji Muto and Jushin Liger after they want a match. They want a match. Kaiji wants a match, Chad. Liger, got called the weak stick of Monday Night Raw's Survivor Series team and got beaten by Randy Orton last week. And Kaiji wants to take it to Future Shock, and he wants a match with Mike Tyson tonight.
Kaiji Muto versus Mike Tyson.
And we're getting that.
Wow.
Vince
Vince
gives it to him. He's still upset about this whole shenanigans about the Raw Survivor team and losing The Rock. And now... entering the ring, it's John Burger and Lance Cade. It's Burger Cade, Chad.
Burger Cade.
I told you, this is a rough Raw. I realized I just didn't want to book every main event guy every week, so we're getting some guys some showing. We're getting some guys some time to shine here on Monday Night Raw. And they're taking on 2 developmental talents.
Oh, sweet God.
What?
I can't wait to see this.
They're taking on NXT or TNA superstars, Paul London and Brian Kendrick here.
Okay, all right.
London and Kendrick, 50 and 52. So
they did better than Burger Cade in far as
well, to be honest, both those guys should have been down there in NXT or TNA to begin with, but I forgot to bring them down there. So I'm gonna give them some matches to get better, because that's the only way people are gonna get better, if they wrestle. And they defeat London and Kendrick when Lance Cade pins Brian Kendrick with he doesn't even get a move to beat him with, Chad. That's how great Lance Cade is. Didn't even need a move. Big win, though, for these guys. And another 2 straight matches. Pre-show workers. Love to see it.
Love to see it. It's the New York Fight Club.
It's the Boston Fight Combat Club, Chad. Dean Malenko's putting Nick Gage and Bryan Danielson through a training regimen, and they're sparring. They're beating each other up. They're just beating each other up. They love fighting. They're like Fit Finley in 2006 SmackDown.
Are their names Finley?
My name is Finley, and I
Love to fight.
I love the fuck.
I loved Finley back then.
I didn't know he was like a thing beforehand. I just thought, you know, as a kid watching 2006 SmackDown, as that was the first wrestling I was ever watching, I said, damn, this is a cool guy. I wonder if he looks old, though. Why is he...
Yeah,
I didn't know he was
this guy's so old.
I didn't know he was already, you know, previously in WCW and all that shit. Just thought he was a cool dude.
It's really weird once you like learn the story of it too, because like he literally was just randomly brought back randomly and he just pushed. Like,
Same with like Tatanka.
Yeah, like, let's bring back Finley, but like push him.
I loved it. Fit Finley main event scene in like 2006 Armageddon. That's great. Him, Bobby Lashley, and King Booker. Oh, that's sick. PJ Black defeats Davey Boy Smith here, Chad. I told you this is a weak Raw.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you mean a little bit? We got Kaizimoto and Mike Tyson. And remember last week, Edge and Christian take on the Bashams in a non-title match.
Ooh, okay.
Two big matches here tonight.
And a bunch of shit.
And PJ defeats Davey Boy, and he says, Vince, just like in real life, your time is coming to an end. What? It's the time of PJ Black and Shane McMahon. And they're trying, oh man, Sean Stasiak Dragon Kid here, Chad. WCW wrestler Dragon Kid is here. He loses to Sean Stasiak in an 8-11 whip by pinfall with an inverted DDT. After the match, what did I put here? Oh, yes. Kurt Angle's asked, he gets a mirror and he starts lathering himself up, and he's asked by Kevin Kelly. He says, Sean, now that Triple H has lost his world title match last week, what is your idea? What are you next in line? Are you putting your hat in the hat pile? Are you? And he starts, before he says anything, Kurt Angle comes on. He says, no, whoa. This guy.
There's nobody putting their hats in any piles.
Yeah. This guy over here is not putting his hat in any pile, because me and Mark Henry, we're also putting our hat in the piles. All right, Sean, you have no disrespect, but ever since you took that tumble, you haven't done anything here in the business. I'm the wrestling machine, Kurt Angle. This is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. We've carried this company while you were doing nothing, sitting at home collecting paychecks. So how about you actually win a match here? Because God knows you haven't. And how about you wait your turn?
You just won. Did you miss it, Kurt?
Win okay. It's like, so, never mind. I'm not even... Triple H is backstage getting iced down by the doctors. Wait, what? What do we... Oof. Yeah, got hurt by Brock Lesnar.
Get iced down.
He's getting iced down, and Randy Orton just walks by and says, sorry about your luck, champ. And walks away, and then slaps him on his back, who is getting iced down. What's that about, Chad?
What's what? Slap on the back?
Yeah.
It looks like he's... I don't know. Oh, Mark Henry versus Ray LePan.
A 50.
This stinks.
A 59. Okay. What do you mean? Mark Henry defeats TNA superstar Ray LePan here, Chad, at 8:07 with a power slam.
Hell yeah.
A big win for Mark Henry. Sean Daivari is supposed to be in action. He makes his way down to the ring, and he's waiting for Chad Collier to make his entrance. And Chad Collier is on the Titantron, and he says, sorry, Sean, I'm here in Greece, and not apparently, I missed my flight. Well, and I said, I'm going to take advantage of, and I'm going to do some sightseeing. And he's in the Colosseums, Chad. He's a gladiator. He's dressed up as the guys from 300, and he's doing a joust with some random child and hits him off his horse.
Oh. That sounds about right.
Chad Collier missing his flight, and Sean Daivari can't get his title match tonight.
Listen, he didn't miss anything. They left without him.
No.
It's not his fault.
Poor Chad Collier missing his flight.
Yeah, poor him. There was nothing he wanted to do more than defend his belt against Sean Daivari.
The European Championship title match will have to wait until next week. We get Kishi's Steve Wright tonight, Chad. What?
Oh, I'm counting down how many weeks you've led in the Monday Night Rankings, because I think it's ending this week. I've just been trying to count.
I have the paper right here if you would like to.
Okay.
If you'd like to look at it. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 TV weeks. 9, actually. 9. So this will be 10 if you count the pay-per-view. Kishi defeats Steve Wright here with a big splash.
Good heavens. Taking
it out on Alex Wright's father while Alex Wright is gone. Doing some more filming.
Good thing Alex Wright's doing a bomb-ass job on Seinfeld, because no one's going to want to watch this shit.
And Kishi says, hey, Alex Wright, you better stay in Hollywood, because you just saw what I did to your dad. Imagine what I'm going to do to you when you get back.
Hey, Alex Wright, you better stay on Seinfeld, because this show sucks.
Edge and Christian making their way down to the ring in their co-main event. They take on the Bashams. Ooh, Bashams here in a non-title match, Chad. Ooh. And in an 88... somewhat saving the show.
Somewhat.
Not Kaiji Muto. Edge and Christian defeat the Bashams here in 15:55 when Edge pins Danny Basham with a leaping DDT. A great match for these guys. Edge and Christian reach their hands out for a handshake to the Bashams. And as they're about to shake hands, CM Punk and Ace Steel come down with chairs, not ladders, sorry. And they beat down all 4 men in the ring.
Wow.
Unbelievable stuff from the former 2-time tag team champions, Second City Saints. And that leads us to our main event, Kaiji Muto and Mike Tyson. 97. They have great chemistry, Chad.
Unreal.
Kaiji Muto taps out Mike Tyson in 15:30 with a figure 4 leg lock. A huge win for one half of Dynamo to finish the show. A 93.
In what fucking world? Get the fuck out of here.
A big save from Kaiji and Mike Tyson.
I'm gonna go throw up.
Yeah, look. Two of the best in the business.
Yeah.
2 of the best in the business. We are 3 weeks away. Well, actually, we're 3 weeks away from Starrcade, Chad.
You didn't deserve that, and you know it.
Don't put that there. Put that over there.
Oh, good call, actually.
Dum-dum.
You're a dum-dum.
And then we are, even more importantly, 3 weeks away from the end of the year and the season finale. I can't wait for that. Yeah, we're doing the season finales, if you made it this far in the video, at the end of the year in 2001. No more waiting at March, because that's...
Yeah, it kind of makes sense to do it at the end of the year so we can see, like, the end of the year rewards and stuff. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, 43, 44, 45, it's just a nice number.
Yeah. So, we'll see you guys for, what's the show? Nitro. There we go. We'll see you for Nitro. Chad is getting into his food right now, so be prepared for a shitty show.
Oh. All right, we are here with...
the fucking mic on mute.
Oh, I didn't? Oh, that's not good. Well, it's not on mute now.
No, because I fixed it.
Well, good. But we are here at Nitro.
Yeah.
We are 3 weeks away from Starrcade, and I was going to say we have easy shoes to fill, but you somehow managed to squeak out a fucking 93.
My roster is great,
So let's see if we can squeak a 93.
Even the minor storylines can bang up 90s.
But you know what? Maybe we'll get one. Let's see. Only time will tell. But,
yeah, probably.
But let's run the show. Then we start out with an 100 promo. We get a recap of last week when Bret Hart basically took out Kevin Nash. You remember, Justin? He put him in a sharpshooter after crushing his leg with a steel chair.
True.
Bret Hart comes out and he basically threatens the Clique and he says, "I'm gonna keep kicking people's asses and keep taking out Shawn Michaels' friends until Shawn Michaels mans up and accepts my Starrcade challenge." And Shawn Michaels, he still refuses to take on Bret Hart. He still refuses his challenge. But then after Shawn Michaels refuses his challenge, Scott Hall shows up, and Scott Hall was suspended, and now he's back.
Yeah, I mean, he went to jail.
Yeah, he went to jail, got suspended, now he's back. And he said, while he was at home sitting, being suspended, he was watching Nitro and watched his best friend get attacked by Bret Hart, and he says, "Listen, Shawn Michaels should be the least of your worries because now you've pissed off the bad guy." And Scott Hall challenges Bret Hart. Literally.
He's living up to the character now.
And Scott Hall challenges Bret Hart to a match, and Bret Hart says, "Scott, I'm going to fucking kick your ass." And Sean, I hope you're watching, because with as many people, as many of your little Clique brothers that I beat down, I get closer and closer to you.
Ooh. Are we gonna get like a Bret Hart Kip James match?
Who knows?
Mask guy.
Well, we got the mask guy.
China?
Well, we can't have China.
Why not?
And our next segment, we have the Headbangers.
You're afraid of Intergenic?
We have the Headbangers versus Kip James and Road Dogg.
Speaking of Kip James, sorry.
Yeah. And a decent
Didn't
match.
mean to spoil that.
Kip James and Road Dogg defeat the Headbangers when Kip James pinned Thrasher with a pile driver.
Okay.
And then during the match, the Dudley Boys, they come out and you know how the New Age Outlaws were dressed as the Dudley Boys? They were dressed up as the New Age Outlaws. They're running out there doing fucking dumb cross chops, They're making fun of them. They're holding canes and they whiten their hair to show how like they have like those walking canes and they've got like white in their hair to make themselves look old as hell. Yeah. Like then there's like Bubba says, "Hello, it's Kip James and Old Dog." And they just make fun of how old they are, and then they accept the challenge at Starrcade. Tag team titles on the line. The Road War. I don't know why I keep calling them the Road Warriors. The New Age Outlaws taking on the Dudley Boys.
Road Dogg was part of the Road Warriors at one point.
It was for a time. For a time, you're correct. Yeah, wasn't that a time?
Yeah, I was looking at old matches. I had Assman, I had Billy Gunn and Steve Blackman at one point. What a team that was. Okay, there people were turned off by the pre-show workers, which is rude. Now you know how I felt about my women's division. Great workers, just not over yet.
How rude of them. But nonetheless, about that decent wrestling, but not in crowd heat, Takako Ino defeated Mariko Yoshida with a Uraken.
Ooh.
And then after the match, Debbie Malenko comes out.
Okay.
And she says,
"Look at the God!"
She says, "Look at this crowd, look how bored they are. But don't worry, the savior of the women's division, the biggest star in this division is here. And listen, I'm not going to be in that Miss Starrcade Battle Royal because I deserve better. I deserve, as I am the interim women's champion, I deserve a title match and a chance to showcase just how damn good I am. So I'm going to give any woman backstage who wants to wrestle me an opportunity to step up." And Justin, back from suspension, Manami Toyota shows up.
A lot of suspensions around here. and everyone getting pushed forward.
And she points to the championship that, Justin, she's the interim champion. She's the women's champion.
True.
So, and basically Justin sets up interim women's champion versus women's champion at Starrcade.
It's usually how it goes.
Manami Toyota versus Debbie Malenko. Yeah. Winner take all.
There we go.
There we go. Who do you have?
Debbie Malenko.
Oh.
She's just better.
Justin...
What a call.
The loser of this match is eliminated, and they go to the finals of Starrcade. And Justin, and about that Turbo Wrestling analysis and crowd heat, Chuck Palumbo defeats Carly Colon with a torture rack, which means Chuck Palumbo is going to face the winner of Mike Sanders versus Chris Harris this week on Thunder.
Ooh.
At Starrcade.
Yeah, there we
go. For the Tough Enough Championship.
Big fan of Chuck Palumbo, man.
Yeah. Yeah, a little like a silent but deadly game is Chuck Palumbo.
It's not very good, though. Oh, he's a 51. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, Carly Colon isn't that good with 37, but... Anywho, listen, the crowd were turned off by the pre-show workers, but fuck them. Mean Gene Okerlund and Sting are backstage.
He said fuck them.
But fuck them. And Justin Sting basically says, Chris Jericho, in the entire time we've both been with this company, you and I have never stood in the ring together. You and I have never wrestled or faced off. And you are on the top of the wrestling world at one point. And you're looking to reclaim that mountain. You're looking to become an icon. Well, Chris, in order to take my spot, you're going to have to take it from my cold, dead hands. Jericho, you challenged me to a match at Starrcade. Well, I'm here to let you know that I accept. But you're not just stepping into the ring with a former world champion. You're not just stepping into the ring with Sting. You're stepping into the ring with a goddamn legend. You're stepping in the ring with a man who embodies WCW. And you're stepping into the ring against a man who will not lose to a blonde-haired, cocky punk with a chip on his shoulder. Because, Chris, the chip on my shoulder is even bigger. I'll see you at Starrcade, and you better bring your A game, because every time I step in the ring, it's showtime. And we go backstage, and we've got the 6 men, or we got the 3 men representing Nitro and the Money in the Bank, and they're hyping themselves up. They're talking about, how good they are and how they're going to win their match. And Justin, they're interrupted by Mike Barton, Alfred Snow, and Stevie Richards, and they say, "You 3. No one cares about you 3. You three, you've had your opportunities. You've had your shots. When are guys like us going to get our opportunity? And then Alfred Snow says, you know what? Maybe if the three of us beat the three of them tonight, right now in this ring, and embarrass them, maybe we can take their money in the bank shots. And Hulk Hogan says, brother, if you can pin one of us three, I'll give you my rest of my money in the bank spot, Jack.
I'll give you my contract, brother.
And we go to a 6-man tag match. And
You
a decent
thought
match.
this was gonna beat my show?
In a decent match, Hulk Hogan, Taz, and Canyon defeated Stevie Richards and Redacted when Hulk Hogan pinned Alfred Snow with an X Bomber.
There you go. Those guys aren't very good. Well, I wonder why. Taz outperforming no one. Okay.
Sure, but well, actually, I mean, Taz outperformed.
I meant on
the
his team.
Oh,
Sorry.
got it.
I thought he was gonna be better than Hogan.
And Justin, we've got a hardcore championship match on the line. Hardcore Holly versus Scott Norton. And once again, Hardcore Holly accidentally wins a hardcore match by accidentally being hardcore.
What do you mean?
He was once again like last week how he was like unconscious at the ropes and Kane, the Sandman hit him with himself with a cane on accident.
Yeah.
Hardcore Holly is in the turnbuckle and he's like leaning against a trash can. And Scott Norton's gonna go for a spear and Hardcore Holly blackout beaten down rolls and Scott Norton runs headfirst in the trash can and knocks himself out and Hardcore Holly rolls on top of him and gets the win.
There you go.
Thus proving that he's the most hardcore of hardcore champions.
A lot of title defenses here on WCW.
And Justin, we see Big Daddy V. He's looking for Ahmed. He wants answers. He wants to fight Ahmed, but he's nowhere to be found. But Monty Brown steps up, and the two of them are brawling backstage. Monty Brown and Big Daddy V fighting backstage. And we go to our main event. Bret Hart versus Scott Hall. And about that superb wrestling great heat, Bret Hart defeated Scott Hall with a sharpshooter. Same thing. Puts him, it works the leg, injures the leg, puts him in a sharpshooter. Scott Hall is tapping out, begging for Bret Hart to release him, but Bret Hart doesn't release him. He says, Shawn, I will release this hold when you accept my challenge. And Shawn Michaels comes out and says, you think I give a damn about Scott Hall? You will never wrestle me, Bret. And then Bret does eventually let go of it, but only to chase Shawn Michaels around the arena. Shawn Michaels, knowing Bret Hart is trying to kick his ass, runs through the crowd as Bret Hart follows. And they run out of the arena to end our show. And we got an 88.
Ooh, close.
I guess.
Still haven't touched a 90 in a while.
But the important thing is, Justin, we're building Starcade.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We're
exactly.
building
what happened
Starcade.
to Mask Guy 2?
He's in the clique. Oh, Mask Guy 2? He was Kip James.
Oh, yeah, you unmasked Eddie Kloon.
Yeah. So, but anyways, we will see you for SmackDown and Thunder.
Yes, sir.
And we are here. It is SmackDown. Justin, you said that we have a big show. Do you stand by those remarks? Please answer the question.
Oh, yes. As, the employer of Paul White, we do have a big show.
Oh, I can't wait to see him.
You are going to see him tonight, Chad.
I hope so. You advertised it.
I was just writing down WWF for the last couple of weeks.
I'd hate to sue you for false advertising.
I'll write it down this week. Chad, we are here tonight. Stop crinkling on your...
Sorry, go ahead.
Clean up your mess. This is my house, not yours. Put it in the box.
I'm doing good.
In the box.
Do your show.
In the box. I'll mute it. Do it. It's not your house, Chad. Clean up after yourself. We're here in fucking London.
Ooh, London.
London. We're here at the Wembley Arena, and I think it's in
SmackDown
London.
Wembley.
I think it's London, but I'm not. We can go to the pit. Okay, let's start the show. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hello, Wembley. What?
What? I'm in the UK. What? Fish and chips. What?
Crumpets.
What? Bloody hell. What? Steven Regal. What? Is a bitch. What?
Here. What? Dave Taylor.
What?
What?
I didn't book Dave Taylor. I think I fired him.
Oof.
Stone Cold just, talking that shit here in Friday night SmackDown to the United Kingdom fans. And then we hear dung and the lights go off.
Oh, it's The Undertaker.
It's The Undertaker here in Wembley Arena. No, it's just the UK Undertaker.
As soon as you went dong, I was like, I know what he did.
The UK Undertaker is here. And Stone Cold starts beating his ass. And UK starts beating his ass back. And the referee gets in the ring. We have a match to start off Friday Night SmackDown. It's Stone Cold versus The Undertaker, the UK guy. And it's a 70 because it
lasted
was
7 minutes against Stone Cold?
Yeah. Stone Cold beats him in 7:03 with a Thez press. You know, The Undertaker, UK, it was in front of his home crowd. He had to give him a little...
The dead man.
The dead man. What?
Not the fake man.
A big match for Stone Cold here to start off SmackDown in Wembley Arena. Unreal. Backstage, Mick Foley and Eric Bischoff are watching it. And
what the hell was that?
And Eric Bischoff's like, well, I hope you were paying attention, Mick, because, to be honest with you, I'm proud of you. You came back home to the WWF. You came back home to work with me. You were the final victory. You were the final pinfall. You won the match for SmackDown. And, I gave Jeff Jarrett a title match at Armageddon for, being the team captain, but I think it's time to reward you. So Mick Foley at Armageddon, that man you just watched beat the UK Undertaker, that's who you're going one-on-one with. That's your reward for helping me win the Survivor Series. So we're getting Mick Foley, Stone Cold, Steve Austin at Armageddon, Chad.
For the belt?
For the belt. It's a world title match.
Nice.
He did win. He did come back from a 3-1 deficit at Survivor Series. We move on. Yoshihiro Tajiri taking on the man that somehow snuck a title away from Chris Daniels last week, Jamie Noble. And we get a one-on-one match here. Jamie Noble defeating Tajiri, the man that cost Daniels the belt, in 12:29 with a guillotine choke after Chris Daniels accidentally hit Tajiri with a forearm to the back of the head.
Fucking unreal, brother.
And Noble gets a big win, and then Tajiri and Daniels, they start fighting.
Unreal.
The team have broken up.
The best friends are now the best enemies.
Good one, Chad.
Thanks.
Paul.
Big Show. Big Show.
The Rock is backstage, and all the people back there are, high-fiving The Rock. They're giving a handshake. Aguila takes a selfie with The Rock. They're all excited that The Rock is here on Friday Night SmackDown, and then Big Show is right there, and he says, I don't give a damn that you're here, Dwayne. This is my show. I was one of the most dominant SmackDown World Champions of all time, and I don't give a damn that you're here. And Rock just gets in his fucking face, and Mick Foley's like, all right, boys, and Paul White pushes Mick. He's like, this is not between you old. Almost said a mean word about Mick Foley. I almost called him a bitch, and he's not a bitch, you old man. And Mick Foley's like, what the hell's that about? And Dwayne, they're just, Paul White is like, I'll beat your ass too, Mick Foley. You stay out of this. Mick Foley's like, all right, no, fucking fight me in the ring then, buddy. Mick Foley, Paul White, are they fighting tonight? I don't know, but we have The Departed here, Chad.
Ooh.
They're making their entrance as Kane and Snitsky taking on TNT in a number one contender tag team match.
Interesting.
And they win.
Oh.
They win in 10:08 after Kane pins Amazing Red with a flying clothesline after Amazing Red dislocates his shoulder.
Oh, no.
Not great. Kane and Snitsky get a big win. And they stand tall, Chad. They will take on Rene Dupree and Rob Conway at the pay-per-view.
Interesting. Oh, what's this? I heard SmackDown was in Europe, was right in town. So I decided to pop in the European champion and the Rat by himself. And let me tell you something. Thank God I'm a Raw superstar, because this show frickin' sucks. But not as bad as each and every single one of you disgusting people in Wembley suck. There's a reason we never come here, and it's because all of your breath is horrendously stinky. P.U. I am ashamed to even be in this area, but I'm doing the European World Tour from the European Champion. And thank God it's almost over with. I can't wait to get out of this shithole continent. All right, goodbye, everyone. And SmackDown, you'll never see me again.
This is the biggest boos we've ever heard on Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, he is just getting
booed out of the arena. UK Undertaker didn't get booed this hard.
Wanker.
We move on.
You're right, I am the anchor. I am the anchor of professional wrestling.
We move on. Team Slaughter, C.W. Anderson and Johnny Storm taking on two TNA guys from the UK, Tony Stewart and Wolfgang.
Why is the picture in black and white? Is he dead?
That's Tony Stewart.
Is he a ghost?
And they lost to Team Slaughter in 954 when C.W. Anderson taps out Wolfgang.
You should really update his picture.
No, they got a 50 and 51. Former UK guys, Chad.
Oh,
Wife
former?
beater.
They're not former anymore?
No, they're in TNA now. They're in Jacksonville, Florida. We move on. Eric Bischoff talks about psychosis, and he says, psychosis, you're lucky I didn't fire you after what happened last week.
Lucky.
What?
So yeah, you're lucky.
Why is my chair so squeaky?
I don't know. This is a good oiling.
Oh, Chad, oil my chair.
Okay.
Do it right now while we record.
Do you have oil?
Nothing you need to know about. What are you doing? Why'd you itch your titties while you were doing the Chad Collier promo? you got up and Chad, he's like, we're in London.
Yeah, don't know what to tell you.
Eric Bischoff says, as long as, Mystico's out, you will not see psychosis on this fucking TV as long as he has any word about it or any say about it. He's not happy about psychosis.
Man, somebody's upset about your psychosis.
Hey, Latin Lover, what the hell was that about? And he turns around. Chavo Guerrero's here, Chad.
Ooh,
he's hurt.
He's hurt, but he's here.
But he's hurt and he's here.
He's hurt both physically and emotionally.
He said, what the hell? I don't care that you shit talk me. I could take it. But Eddie's not here anymore. You don't say a damn word about what, You don't put a bad name on Eddie Guerrero like you did last week. And if I didn't tear my rotator cuff, if I wasn't hurt to all hell, I would kick your ass. Hell, I have half a mind to do it right now. Latin Lover spits in his face.
Oh, jeez.
What has gone wrong with Latin Lover, Chad?
Oh, now he's a Latin douchebag.
It's a Latin loser. Booker. Sorry.
That was a hard slap. Woo!
Ric Flair chopped him after. Woo! Booker T defeats Rayo de Jalisco. This guy.
Cut it out.
He's a SmackDown talent, and he's not over in UK.
The Shockmaster.
He got a 29.
Oh no.
He's not over in UK. He loses in 1301 to Booker T. We come back from commercial, and Jim Cornette and Masawa are coming down to the ring, Chad. They are in this is a dream match up next, John. An absolute dream match. Maybe not in 2001, but back when they're in their primes.
Right.
The man of the United States against the man of Japan. The final boss of wrestling takes on the nature boy Ric Flair here, Chan, and they have no chemistry. What a damn shame.
What a damn shame.
Masawa wins in 11:43 after hitting a Tiger Driver on the old man Ric Flair. Who would have thought this match only would have got a 72?
Right.
That stinks. I'm not gonna lie. That stinks. After the match, Masawa is celebrating, and whoop! Scott Steiner comes down in the ring and beats down Masawa, and he says, "I don't give a damn who you are. The final boss, a wrestling final boss of my ass is more like it. You suck." What does he say? What does he say?
He says, "You know what? How the fuck, Misohira Misawa? Is that how you pronounce it?" Listen, all I gotta say is, you may should be sayonara, because after I kick your ass, you're gonna be gone, out of here, gone forever. And you, Jim Cornette, you stupid nerd, you talk like someone gave you an atomic wedgie and never put it back. And you, Jim Cornette, you suck. but just as much as your boy here, Misawa. And Misawa, big job, big deal. You wrestled Ric Flair. Who has it? How about you step in the ring against the real leader of the Gentleman's Club, the genetic freak, Scott Steiner.
Now he says something about the hoochie mamas.
And all my hoochie mamas are gonna watch. And Jim Cornette, that means women who want to sleep with me. I know you've never been around it, so I have to explain it to you.
We go and we move on, Chad. Thanks for that.
No problem.
And our main event. Paul White, Mick Foley. I forgot there was no promo beforehand to lead up to it. Who cares? Mick Foley gets a big win
over the Big Show.
Over the Big Show, Chad. The number one contender beating Paul White here. And
that's
and then the Rock and Sock Connection celebrate in the middle of the ring, Chad.
Nice.
To end the show,
Lucas?
94.
Nice.
This show was worse than Raw, and it did better.
Yep. It's wonderful.
Get a good main event scene, and you're good to go, Chad.
You stink.
Why do I stink?
Because
what
it's
do you?
Not fair.
You're all your main event guys are old.
We will see you for Thunder. We're not live anymore. I fixed it. Anyway, we are here on Thunder, and I'm gonna get out of this. Well, I don't want people to see that we lost money. I don't want people to know that. It's gonna be a secret.
They should know that.
Anyway, we are here for Thunder, and we're just going to jump into the show. You've seen too much already, everyone.
You're panicking.
We got a pre-show match.
Oh.
Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Team Canada.
Okay.
And then a pre-show about that good wrestling and distraction from the crowd. Jeff and Matt defeated Team Canada in 1951 when Jeff Hardy pinned Eric Young with an Omega event.
Okay.
This went 20 minutes, Justin, on the pre-show.
I went 20 minutes?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Just to see if they could do it. And they did. Got 77. And Justin, after the match, Shane Helms and Chris Candido
on the pre-show,
call out the Hardy Boys. I ran out of time, so I had to put them on the pre-show. I ran out of time. There's like 16 24/7 championship angles here.
Great.
No, I'm just kidding. There's not.
You know how much I love that fucking segment.
Oh no! Good heavens! Our opening segment got a 58. Oh God! I booked Paul Heyman on microphone.
Okay. How long did you put it?
10 minutes.
That's probably what happened.
Well, regardless, Paul Heyman and Chase Tatum, you know, they're in the ring and they call out Minoru Suzuki and Taka Michinoku, and Paul Heyman, he says, Minoru, before you aligned with Paul Heyman, you were a nobody. You were on the pre-show. You were an enhancement talent, getting squashed by guys who were a third of the talent that you had. You were nothing. And then I saw something in you, Minoru. I saw potential. I brought you in. I was your advocate. I managed you. I made you a Paul Heyman guy. I helped win you your first championship. I treated you, Minoru, like a son. And Paul Heyman actually gets emotional here, Justin. He said, I helped you wrestle guys who are part of a company that I loved so much. And I helped you go over them. I helped you bury the final shreds of the most important accomplishment of my life. And why was that, Minoru? Because I looked at you like a son. I looked at you like a best friend. I was your advocate. And you spit in my face and stabbed me in the back. Well, guess what, Minoru? I have a new best friend. I've got a new son. I've got the gentleman, Chase Tatum. And at Starrcade, Minoru, he's going to embarrass you. And everyone's going to see that the only reason why you have that belt, the only reason why you were successful is because of me, Paul Heyman. And Taka Michinoku actually takes the microphone before Minoru can even speak. And he says, Paul Heyman, you're full of crap. And this Chase Tatum guy, everybody is so happy that he's been back. He didn't do anything when he was in WCW. He was a joke.
True.
And now he's back, and we're supposed to act impressed. Well, guess what? I'm not impressed.
You seen him WWF?
I'm not impressed.
He did more over there than Taka did.
But I'll tell you what, Chase. If you're looking to impress the fans, if you're looking to do something remarkable. How about you wrestle tonight? How about you wrestle me, Taka Michinoku? And Chase Tatum, he actually speaks and he says, Taka, let's do it right now.
We're going to see Chase Tatum for the first time wrestle.
Taka Michinoku. Yes. And then
That's not a good start.
And in a superb match, the gentleman Chase Tatum defeated Taka Michinoku in 9:47 on the pile driver.
Oh, no.
So.
Oh, no, they have no
No,
chemistry.
they have no chemistry whatsoever.
Oh.
That's a bummer.
Oh, that's not great.
That's
You
not
want to give me
great.
the page?
That's not great. Well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, Chase Tatum for Taka Michinoku. Got a 76.
Okay.
That's not great.
No. Oh, no. Chase doesn't want him, brother.
Oh, no, poor Paul. And Shannon Moore, he comes out with his TV championship, and he said, "That's right. Did you guys forget that I'm TV champion?
Yeah,
Listen,
we did.
It's not my fault that this company continues to disrespect me by not allowing me to defend my belt.
Are
they
you
don't
shit
book
talking
me.
yourself?
They don't book me. They still haven't given me a fair shot at the world championship I lost,
True.
and they stuck me here to be overlooked." And you thought I forgot? Just because I haven't been speaking out about it lately doesn't mean I forgot. I was hoping that maybe this company would be different. I was hoping that with Starcade around the corner, maybe they'd give me the respect I deserve. But it's obvious to me that they're not. So, I organized a little battle royal tonight. A 10-man battle royal, and the winner of that match will face me at Starcade for the TV title.
Why did he do it?
Because who else is gonna?
Fair enough. I didn't know he was allowed to book.
And Justin, we got a 10-man battle royal with Bam Bam Bigelow, Disco Inferno, Great Sasuke, Ken Shamrock, Perry Saturn, Rick Rude, Rick
Was this
Steiner,
random?
Road Warrior Hawk, and Vader. No, this was not random. I booked it this way.
Huh.
So do you know, Justin, I actually booked this to be a tie. I wanted it to be a draw. And I put draw in the notes, but apparently...
Well, Ken Shamrock's number one contender.
Well, ignore this, because Ken Shamrock is number one contender.
Yeah.
But so was it. But he's also with it with the guy that he drew with, because the final
Who's
two
that?
men.
I can't read it from here.
Because the final two men were Perry Saturn and Rick Rude. Or
Well,
not Perry Saturn. No, sorry. Perry Saturn. Well, ignore this. I don't care what this says.
You can book.
I didn't.
runner-up.
I didn't book it because I thought it was because I booked it to be a draw, so I didn't know how doing like the final elimination, the runner up, would all
You could
will
just
affect
put two
it.
final eliminations.
So, but regardless, ignore this because Perry Saturn and Ken Shamrock, they were the final two, and they both fell over the top rope at the same time, ending in a draw, which means Disco Inferno did sustain a cracked tailbone. Dusty, sell your injuries. You got beaten down. What are you doing? Go away. Which means at Starcade, we're getting Shannon Moore versus Ken Shamrock versus Perry Saturn in a
Interesting.
triple threat match for the television championship.
Okay.
Justin, who do you think will win this?
Any of them, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
You said who could win? I don't know.
Could win, yes.
Oh, my God.
God. Wow. Justin, is this an upset?
Some would say that, but we did go over the win-loss record of Chris Harris, and he just can't get it done in one-on-one matches. So
Well, unfortunately,
I don't think so.
he needed to tonight, and he didn't. And about that had decent wrestling, but not much heat. Mike Sanders defeats Chris Harris by pinfall with a 3.0.
Wow.
And Justin, that means at Starcade, we will have the finals of Tough Enough. We get the match I don't think anyone expected.
No!
Mike Sanders versus Chuck Palumbo.
Come on, Chuck. Big fuck Chuck. Big
Fuck Chuck. Wow. Okay, well, thanks for coming, Chris Harris. What a run for Chris Harris.
You were not happy about this.
Well, live and die by the random.
Yep.
People can't say I'm not sticking to my word. Got a 68, too.
Yeah, they had good chemistry.
Oh, they did.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. You lied to me. Raven and Stardust are both at ringside. They're coaches.
Yeah.
So, that's
Cool.
neat. And speaking of neat, Raven immediately got in the ring because he had a match directly after this.
Okay.
We have Mortis versus Raven in a hardcore match.
Ooh.
I heard about that Super Wrestling Great Heat. Mortis defeats Raven in 12:51 by pinfall.
Nice.
Yes. And Justin, we go to commercial and we come back and we're in the ring and Stardust is there sitting in a chair and the lights are dark and there's a spotlight on him and he's like, I'm sure everyone's asking why I attacked my father last week. Some people say it came out of nowhere, but the fact of the matter is it didn't come out of nowhere. Because I've always been the embarrassment of my family. I've always been the guy that my family always avoided. No one ever invites me to the holiday functions. Nobody ever mentioned me when they're talking about my family's legacy. A fan does say that. And why? Because I wore makeup and I'm a paint and I'm a joke. Well, am I a joke now, Dad? Everyone talks about how great the American dream is, but no one talks about how terrible of a dad he was, how he was never there in my life. I grew up having to watch my dad on TV while everybody else had a dad who was helping them in their Little League games, who was helping them ride bikes. I didn't have that. The Hall of Fame wrestler was a low-rate father, and I have the opportunity to surpass him, to get out from under his shadow, and I will. And now that I've gotten rid of the 300-plus pound dead weight that was my dad, I can finally start making the legacy of the best Rhodes family member in professional wrestling, me. So, Dad, I'm looking forward to watching your Hall of Fame speech. But you can get somebody else who gives a damn about you and induct you because you're dead to me.
Ooh.
As far as I'm concerned, Dusty, I don't have a dad. And Steven Regal shows up and he says, "Now you listen to me, Stardust. Normally, I would not give two rat's asses about anything you do, about a father and a son quarrel. All right, listen. However, I have a great deal of respect for Dusty Rhodes and what he's done to this industry, this business, and this company, and more importantly, for me. He's always backstage helping me get better, like he does everybody. This industry owes your father more than you'll know. And Stardust, it makes me absolutely sick seeing you just throw away your father's legacy the way you did. So listen, your dad wanted to fight you. He wanted to wrestle at Starrcade, and it was going to do everything in his power to make it happen. But he was not medically cleared over the beatdown that you gave him. But guess what, Stardust? I am medically cleared. I'm 100%, and I'm looking for a fight at Starrcade. And guess what? At one point this year, you were asking to be my tag team partner. Stardust, you're not good enough to lace my boots. And at Starrcade, I'm going to prove it when I beat the living hell out of you and show you exactly how big of a sorry excuse of a son you are. So yes, and Steven Regal challenges Stardust in the name of Dusty Rhodes at Starrcade.
Interesting. I didn't know Steven Regal was a big Dusty Rhodes mark.
I mean, who isn't, right?
Aguila.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a weird. And Justin, we advertised this last week. We get it now. The Low D Shark Boy Juventud and Super Crazy tag match.
Ooh.
But actually, I lied because I think I forgot to book that. I think I booked as an angle instead of a match. So that's fun. How do you go back and see how much of the show's left? Did I actually forget to book this as a match?
I have no idea.
Is it pre-booking? Oh, return to booking screen.
Yeah, but you missed that Samoa Joe.
Oh, no, we're good. Okay, we're good.
Oh, sorry, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe basically just, he was pumping himself up for the Money in the Bank match.
I bet he was.
He says, there's guys in this match who shouldn't be. I'm looking at you, Hulk Hogan, you old bastard. I retired.
Tomatoes all over the place.
There was one. Relax. Shut up. I'm doing a show.
Sorry, my floor.
He says,
Disgusting.
Hulk, I retired you once, and if you get in my way of Money in the Bank, I'm going to retire your ass again. And, then this shit talks to the rest of the Money in the Bank people. But now our tag team match, which I did remember to book. Shark Boy and Low D versus Juventud and Super Crazy. And in a decent match, Shark Boy and Low D defeated Juventud and Super Crazy when Low D pinned Juventud with a quick cradle.
Lodi, what?
Yeah.
Okay, good for Lodi. Was Hoovy happy about this?
Hoovy was fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Did not care at all. And then that segment, because I accidentally I had the cruiserweight or the Tough Enough match booked in the co-main because I forgot to book it, so I had to move it back down. So I think that angle accidentally got moved down because that angle was supposed to be after the match. Juventud and Super Crazy, while they managed to attack Lodi and Shark Boy after the match, and Super Crazy handcuffed Lodi for embarrassing Hoovy by rolling him up. Hoovy grabbed his patented ring bell and crushed Shark Boy's head with it, while Lodi was forced to watch because he was handcuffed to the ring.
That's fucked up.
So Super Crazy and Hoovy beat down and took out Shark Boy and made Lodi watch.
Yeah.
How sad.
A little cook play.
In our main event, a triple threat match. The 3 Money in the Bank Thunder qualifiers are here in the match. And,
random?
and then about that Super Wrestling Great Heats. Well, he also hyped up this match.
I did not know.
Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio when Samoa Joe pinned Rey with an Avalanche Island Driver.
Interesting.
I think the story of this match was AJ and Rey were so caught up in fighting each other that they just didn't take Samoa Joe lightly. Or they took him lightly.
They didn't take him lightly.
So they took him. They weren't taking him seriously enough. They were too busy on each other, and Samoa Joe capitalized.
Interesting.
And that was Thunder, and we got a 90.
Touched the 90s.
Thunder was better than Nitro.
That's not great.
Oh. But anyway, once again, we are on the road to Starrcade. We got 2 more weeks till WCW's biggest show of the year.
Ooh.
How exciting.
Put your comments down below. Who's going to be Wrestler of the Year?
Yes, and who do you think is going to be Company of the Year? Spoiler alert, it's me.